In this video, I'm going to show you how to open a brokerage account with TD Ameritrade. If you've never invested before, don't worry. I'm going to walk you through all of the steps to open an account. All right, so the first thing we're going to want to do is click Open New Account. And it's going to bring us to this page here, which starts our application. So here we go. Now, do you already have an account? No, you probably don't. You're watching this video, you probably don't have an account. And one more thing to add to this application process here, guys, is to make sure that you answer this really honestly, because they need all this information here to make sure that you are who you say you are. So I'm just going to fill this out with fictitious information here because I don't want everybody to know all of my information here. But you're going to want to fill out your name, your email address. Be sure to do all of this honestly. And just give me a second to fill this out really quickly. But there's a lot of stuff coming up in the next page or two that you're going to want to stick around for to really know what you're doing, because it can get confusing as a beginner investor if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm just filling this out very quickly. And okay, so are you a U.S. citizen? Now in this case, I am a U.S. citizen. If you're not, make sure you just fill that out correctly, guys. All right, so this is probably the most important part here. What type of account do you want to open? Now, if you're just an individual person and you just want to open up an account so that you can trade a couple stocks, maybe just get your feet wet, start investing a little bit, you would want to open up an individual brokerage account. So you can read this here. This is very, very basic, the basic brokerage account that 90% of people will want to be opening up. But say you are a minor, or you want to open up an account for your child, you would click onto this UTMA/UGMA. This is for anybody who is underage. You can open up an account for them so that they can trade as well. And then there's all these in between here, IRAs, all kinds of different things here. But you're probably not going to want to do that if you're just starting off. So let's say individual account for this. And at this time, I primarily expect to, well, now, most people would want to click this one. It's already pre-selected here. But if you're not sure what exactly you want to do, maybe you want to be a day trader, or maybe you want to buy and hold for long periods of time. Well, let's just say that we're not sure, because they do personalize this for you as well. So for this, we'll say I'm not sure. And are you new to investing? Yes. You probably are if you're just opening up this account. And if you have an offer code, definitely put that in there. I don't have one for this video though. And make sure you said you have read the privacy statement, which you should probably click on and read. I'm not going to show this to you guys though now. It'd take a while. And click continue. So we're almost halfway done here. This really doesn't take too long to fill out. But the biggest thing you're going to need to have here is your social security number or your taxpayer identification number. Make sure you have this on hand. Because they definitely need to know this, and make sure that it's right as well. Okay, so I'm just filling this out with completely false information here, but make sure you do this correctly, guys. And oh, not 93. Okay, so marital status, we're just gonna say single. Mother's maiden name, let's say it's Smith. Okay, and number of dependents, you don't have any dependents. Maybe you do. Make sure you do that correctly. And your physical street address, make sure you fill this out as well. Let's just say Main Street. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do this as fast as possible because I know when I watch YouTube videos, I hate when people just take forever and they make like a 20-minute video. So I'm trying to make this very, very simple and quick, and trying to get to the main parts that you are going to need to know here, because there's a couple more things coming up that are still going to be important. So employment status, let's say that you are a student, source of income, summer work, and then okay, so you see annual income, net worth, and liquid net worth. If you don't know what those are, I'll just go over them really quickly. So your annual income, obviously how much money you make in a year, and then approximate net worth, this is the total amount of money that you are worth if you sold everything you owned. How much money could you come up with? And then liquid net worth is how much is like cash available. that you have that you could quickly come up with cash. How much could you come up with? So maybe you're not very liquid. For example, a house or a car is not very liquid because it would take a while to sell. And then personal affiliations, you're probably going to want to check no for all these, but make sure you read them just in case. For the first one, it's just saying, are you related to anyone who works for a broker or a securities exchange or anything like that? So in this case, no. Possibly you are, though. Make sure you check yes. It's very important if you actually are. Are you a politician, or your family member's a politician? And are you a 10% shareholder of a publicly traded company? And probably in this case, no as well, if you're just starting to open up a brokerage account. So click continue. You're almost done here. So now you can just review and edit all your information. This is all, once again, fictitious information that I put in here. And click continue. Now it's going to come up. Yeah, see, now it came up red because it knows that I lied on this. It knows that that's not my social security number. It knows that that's not my name. And it knows that that's not my actual street address. And so you're going to want to make sure that's correct. But let's just say continue anyway. And this is almost the last page here until we open up our account. There's 3 different agreements and handbooks that you're going to want to read here. And they can, yeah, so pop-up block. But you should read all these here. And then by checking this box, I am acknowledging that I've read these documents. So make sure you read them. It's funny how they pre-check it for you. And okay, so there's 2 options here for how you want your cash in your account to be dealt with. So it's not like extremely important here. It's basically just who do you want to back your cash in case TD Ameritrade like goes bankrupt or something. So do you want the FDIC to insure it or the SIPC to insure it? Really, they're probably both going to be around, so you can stick with the FDIC. It's pretty reliable. And click continue. Now, in this case, most applications will go to a page where you can type in a username and a password and set up all that. But since it knows that my application is fake, since the names that I used was fake, it took me to this account or this page here. So if you did everything correctly, it'll say enter a new username, a new password, and then it'll say congratulations, you've successfully created an account. But then they still have to review it for a couple days typically. That's usually how long it takes, just to make sure that everything is correct. And then you can go ahead and you can start trading. You can put money into your account, and you can do all that great stuff. So that's all you have to do, guys. That is all you have to do. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, I mean, go ahead and give it a thumbs down if you want. Really appreciate everybody watching, and stick around for some more videos. Thanks.